And I'm not Nick Rhodes either, but we are on Video Music and Happy Christmas. People who play on the whole album. It was myself, Nick and Roger, obviously, and Mark Egan on bass guitar. He's a jazz bass player. Fantastic. I'll say it again. Fantastic.
He's Mark Egan.
Mark Egan. He's bloody great, actually. He's really special. Yeah, fantastic. And we have three guitarists. So we split between three because it's a pretty important job, you know, playing the guitar. That was Masami Tsuchiya from Ikudo. And Masami Tsuchiya. Masami Tsuchiya, yes. And Dave Gilmore. And Carl Salomon. And saxophone was Andy Mackay. Rhythm, David Van Teegen, and Rafael de Jesus. Gypsy violin, Gabrielle Bindi. We had Herbie Hancock and Grace Jones and Sting all popped in just off on the off chance of being in Paris. It was a lot of fun, really. It was quite a sociable sort of album, wasn't it? It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was nice to actually record in Paris. I think we made a decision early on that we weren't going to do the album in England or America or somewhere we'd worked a lot before. We wanted to go to a very fresh environment, something that would give us a bit more inspiration, I think, because we did want the album to be radically different from Duran Duran. And so we chose Paris, and it was really nice to be there because it does have an incredible atmosphere and people that seem to be constantly coming in and out. It's really got a sort of floating population, I think. And that was really good for the album.
And the Election Day video, that was made in France. It was at Roger Christian.
Yeah.
And he's a French director as well.
No, he's married to a French woman.
Ah.
He's English, though, actually. His background is made his feature films, really. Worked mostly with Ridley Scott and made his own film as well. And that was a lot of fun working with him. Different approach, the film approach, also made us quite nervous after a while because it was so, well, we've got time to look at it, and we're used to really going like that, you know. We got, I think, a pretty good result from it.
Well, it took about 5 days to actually shoot the Election Day video, and I guess 2 days to edit. But it is, in fact, a long video, which hasn't been released yet. It's about 8 minutes long to go with the 12-inch of the song. We wanted to do a long format one for the clubs, really, because instead of trying to do another Wild Boys or a Thriller or whatever, there's something that sort of told a story, and I think people have really seen enough of right now. We decided to do something that was a little more abstract and a series of images that really fitted with the song, and a lot of dance and movement within it. And so we made a 12-inch one as well, especially for nightclubs.
Oh, great. And what happened to Roger in the video?
Yeah, excuse me, I'm just getting over a cough. Roger, I mean, as you can see, he's not here at the moment either.
Sure.
He's taking a rest at the moment because everything got a bit much, you know. Nick and I and Roger all went straight into the Arcadia project after having worked on Duran for a long time. But I think it all just got a bit much. He said, listen guys, I really could take a nice big break for a moment, you know, and basically he's not going to be, he's not in promotion with sort of videos. He'll be back working with us when we next get together with Duran. He told me to say, when you go to Italy, Simon, send him my love. So there you go. Fantoni family, let's have one for them. Whoa.
What do you think, or probably you don't even consider this, what do you think the sort of people that would buy the Arcadia record would be like with respect to the Duran Duran audience?
No, I think...
Difficult to say.
yes, especially if we're both speaking at the same time.
Absolutely. Really, it's... You never know. I mean, we never know who's going to buy the next Duran Duran single. I mean, a lot of people have turned around in the past and said, oh, well, surely now you know that everything you release is bound to be a top 10 record. And it's really not the case at all, you know. We work hard to make something that we feel is up to the standard we want it to be, and each time has moved on somewhere. I mean, my personal favourite Duran record's always been the last one we've made, being View to a Kill at the moment.
Hey, it seemed nice to do a spoof this time round, but we chose the Eiffel Tower, because it was cheap.
Oh, ciao Simon, ciao. Oh, ma preferisco quello.
No, grazie.
Che fai stasera?
Niente, mi sembra che sono disponibili.
Allora una pizza?
Se paghi te.
Ehi, senti Charles, vuoi suonare con noi?
Io avrei un buon orecchio per la musica.
Sì, ne hai due.
A very strong following that, you know, that are great as a basis. We really do have good fans, but other than that, you never really know. And Arcadia is very different to Duran Duran.
Yeah.
What's the next step then for Arcadia? Is it a possibility that you'd be able to play live as Arcadia, or would you want to have the time?
We will definitely play some Arcadia songs. Right. By the way, we say Arcadia. We say Arcadia. Arcadia. But anyway, no, Arcadia will be... One day we will, I think, be able to take up on stage on our own. It's difficult at the moment because it's going to take a lot of rehearsal for the kind of show that we'd like to put on. We don't want to put just a straight pop music show on, or a concert even. We want to have something with some dramatic qualities as well. Maybe sort of, maybe scripted or routine dance-wise. That sort of thing would be perfect for us. That takes a lot of getting together, and we're not going to do it unless we can do it properly. And at the moment, there just ain't the time. Not with the Duran project coming up.
When is the next Duran project then? When are you trying to...
Well, we're planning on getting together as soon as we can.
Meeting.
As soon as we can. Oh, we had a band meeting a while back, but we're planning on getting together in May, I believe, next year. That's mainly because Simon's got the boat race, the old boat race,
The old boat race,
for a couple of months. So it'd be a bit messy to sort of start in January for a few weeks and then start again. So we're just going to do it properly in May, and we're going to write and record an album together and then probably tour.
If you tour, do you think you're coming to Italy?
We hope so. I mean, you can never tell. These tours... I mean, I'd like to make a promise. I really would, because I love it here, and you know what kind of following we've got. And we know it would be a lot of fun. But then sometimes routings are difficult, and situations with weather obviously affect it. Available venues, promoters, quality of the promoters, you know. I mean, in the past, I think a lot of bands have found it difficult to put shows on here because they haven't had the kind of cooperation that they've needed. But I think things have changed a great deal over the last 2 or 3 years. I think you've had a lot more bands playing here recently, haven't you? But so 5 years ago, nobody came. Nobody.
At all. Yeah.
And with any luck, we'll be able to come here. I'd love to. Yeah.
Do you ever get, I mean, would you ever prefer to change your life, you know, your lifestyle for something that isn't, you know, so recognisable?
No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, there's
Come
obviously...
on, mate. When you're in the cake shop, and you suddenly got 50 people standing around waiting for an autograph, and you can't just pay them money and get out of here.
Sometimes there's obviously small occasions when you think it'd be kind of nice if you could have a little bit of privacy, but it's good fun most of the time, and particularly when we're working, you know, I think you expect that you don't have quite so much private life.
I mean, I say everybody, when I go out, you know, what are they like, you know, the next 6 months, years? Would you be prepared in a few words, for example, Simon, to describe what Nick is like?
What Nick's like?
Okay.
He's lovely. He's really great. Nick's great. I tell you what, Nick is a lovely guy. If you don't get him up before 11 o'clock in the morning. But if you have to get up before 11 o'clock in the morning, if some pair of sunglasses comes walking down the stairs, you just know you're in for at least half an hour of dry, caustic comments. That's what he's like. That's what he's like to go on a promotional tour like this with. He's a lot of fun. He really is. And honestly, I couldn't really imagine enjoying working in such close proximity with anybody else I know.
Isn't that nice?
That's very nice. It's lovely.
I said it with tears in my eyes. I feel I'm going to cry now.
Yeah, I'll give you the money later.
Are you feeling dry and caustic about Simon?
Oh, no, I didn't have to. Well, actually, I did get up early this morning, but I got some sleep, so it wasn't so bad. We always have real good fun together. I mean, he's a pretty okay sort of guy, if you know what I mean. He's always bright and bouncy and full of energy, and that's good. And he never gets really miserable, which is good too. So he's got a sense of humour, so we kind of get things done, if you know what I mean.
And you're obviously in the know. Is there any prospect of another Band-Aid or Live Aid project coming up?
Well, I don't think so, not for a while. What the great thing that happened recently is the Fashion Aid thing, because it means it's spreading. I mean, it's not right that it should just be the music industry. I mean, you've got Fashion Aid, maybe you can have Sport Aid. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Maybe it can move around like that. People who are celebrities, we have maybe one day, the bloody politicians, we won't have to have a Band-Aid, because people who are in power will just realise, yes, all we have to do is give them some food or some money. That would be the ideal situation. Band-Aid was a lot of fun. Wow, I mean, it was a fantastic day. The Live Aid project and the record. Who knows when the next one will happen.
Will you ever retire? Do you think you ever foresee retiring? Because talking to other Tears for Fears recently...
Thinking about half an hour, actually. I'm getting really sleepy.
Tears for Fears are retiring.
We asked them what, the next project, said, well, we might even retire now as well.
It's a strange thing to say. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't look that far ahead.
It sounds a lot like giving up retiring. As for doing different things, I think we always will. But if it means if you have to sit on a park bench in Eastbourne, no thanks.
No, retire maybe in, like exotic island or...
No, I think there's an awful lot of things we've got to do and think about before retiring.
Yeah.
I actually find the prospect quite horrifying, in fact.